Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy here today with Ray Velasek from the Laurentian Lakes chapter of the North Country Trail Association. And Ray, we're on the actual trail for the North Country Trail in Clearwater County here. And where about are we right now almost exactly, where are we?
Where are we? Well, we're in Clearwater County.
We're in the woods somewhere.
Yes. This is just east a little bit of the County 39 trailhead. And we're doing a little bit of work here to show what the work is like that the volunteers do on the trail. The building of the trail itself is actually a multi-step process. We're given a corridor that we work in. Then we work with topographic maps to actually choose a specific route, lay out a route, flagging it, and then there's approvals that we need to get through the DNR and the tribe and the county and of course whoever the land manager is of the land that we're actually working on. If it's private land, we need to get easements. But the next step then is actually clearing. And while this section has already been cleared, what we're doing in this area is improving the width of the trail. And this is an operation that's called benching.
All right, so there are specifications for how wide the trail needs to be, or obviously some spaces might not be as conducive to a wide trail, but it generally has to be a certain width.
Yes, as a matter of fact, there are very specific specifications on the trail. We clear a 4 by 8 foot opening, 4 feet wide, 8 feet tall. We don't take out any large trees. We might take out small trees in that area and then remove the brush. And so that's the opening that we create. And then the next step is to build a treadway, which is actually the walking space. And in this area, it's a fairly remote trail, so it's simply ground. I mean, it's a ground trail. We're not doing anything in terms of putting down mulch or chips or gravel or anything like that.
Okay. So we've got the volunteers here today from the Minnesota Conservation Corps, Boy Scouts, and the Laurentian Lakes chapter, and we're going to see some of the tools they use to clear, and you're going to explain some of these tools and then what they're exactly doing. Sure. So,
okay, well, let me grab this.
Okay.
This tool is a McLeod, and it's used for clearing trail, cutting out roots and such, and raking. That's one of the tools that we use.
All right, and then we'll kind of move down the line here, and we'll get some of these folks from the Minnesota Conservation Corps. And what kind of tool do you have there?
Well, this is a Pulaski.
Okay, and what exactly do you do with that?
Oh, well, we dig out roots with it, and we also do these little ledges on the edge of a sloped trail. Okay. And that's how the water flows off it nicely. All right. It doesn't erode it.
And what kind of tool do we have here, and what is it used for?
It's a nipper, and it's used for cutting brush.
Okay. All right. So, wow, that's a small tool for a lot of brush.
Big woods.
All right. Okay. And what is this brightly colored tool?
A weed puller.
Okay. Yes. Okay. And how do you use that?
You put the stump in there, and then you pull this back, and it pulls it up out of the ground.
Okay. And how many stumps have you removed?
A lot.
All right. And you have also, let's see, okay, and I know what this is, but you can explain.
That'd be a chainsaw.
And you remove stuff like this that maybe
downfall that crosses the path all the way through. And plus, when we make a new trail, we're cutting down live trees, some small trees that are in the trail. But
all right. So do you have to change the chain very often?
Well, we have days when you go through a number of them in one day, that's for sure. Yep.
All right. Any other tools that we have here? All right. We're at the North Country Trail, the Laurentian Lakes chapter, clearing the trail with the Boy Scouts, the Minnesota Conservation Corps, and volunteers from the Laurentian Lakes chapter. And we're going to take a quick break and be back with more after this. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy here with Ray Velasek on the North Country Trail. And Ray, now these tools that we've been seeing, where do these tools come from?
Well, the whole effort is a coordinated effort between the National Park Service and the North Country Trail Association. And the National Park Service provides us with tools. That's how we obtain the tools that we use. We do have some funding through our membership as well, and through the North Country Trail Association.
Okay. All right. And typically, what is a crew? How many people are on a crew to clear the trail?
Well, we usually have 5 or 6 volunteers every Wednesday, and the Laurentian Lakes chapter works every Wednesday on the trail, either maintaining or constructing a new trail.
Okay, so as soon as you can in the spring and until you can go, as long as you can go in the fall?
And I guess one thing I'd like to emphasize is that this is a footpath. This is intended to be a premier footpath across the northern United States. We get out right away in the spring and clear any windfalls. And then now, like at this time of year, our maintenance work is mowing, and then we'll mow again later. And we also have trail adopters, people just like the highway adopters who sign up to take care of sections of the trail.
Okay. And I see you also behind us, we have a bridge here too, and the volunteers build that as well?
Yes, that bridge was built by the chapter volunteers. Again, materials we obtained through the National Park Service. But that's a good example of we make several bridges to get across wet areas.
Ray Velasek. And now let's talk to some of the volunteers, some of the groups represented today. Here we've got Boy Scouts of America. Why don't you give us your name and your troop number? We can see it on you wear your troop number on your sleeve.
Sure. Hi, I'm Tim Graham. I'm from Frazee, Minnesota. I'm Troop 690 of the Boy Scouts of America. And the boys and I have been participating this summer. We met Ray and the group earlier this year, and we actually re-coordinated our summer meetings that we come up on Wednesdays now, and that's to replace our usual Tuesday night meetings. The boys' service hours, counts towards merit badges, and just service the community and our nation.
Thank you for your service and good work. All right. Why don't you come on down? Minnesota Conservation Corps is also represented here. And your name?
Jim Crampton.
Okay. And where are you from, actually?
I'm from North Dakota, actually, but I moved to Bemidji a couple of years ago, and I was kind of looking for something in outdoors field, and I saw this job and took it.
Okay. So how many are here from the Minnesota Conservation Corps working on this trail?
On Monday we had 11 people out here, and today we have 4, but usually we would have 5.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for your service. All right. All right. And we have a representative from the Laurentian Lakes chapter, a volunteer, and your name is?
Gary Niram.
Okay. And you have been working on this trail periodically?
For about 4 years.
Okay. All right. And, why did you get involved?
Well, I have a lake home in Bad Medicine Lake, and when I retired, I wanted to have something to do with my time in terms of volunteer work, and I figured I can drive probably 5-6 miles and do that to work on the trail. You have a chance to work outdoors, meet people who have similar interests, and just enjoy nature.
All right. Well, thanks for your work.
You're welcome.
All right. And we're going to have to wrap it up here on the North Country Trail. But again, if you want to get involved, you can contact Ray or the Laurentian Lakes chapter. Check it out online. And, you're building something for the future, and it's going to be here for a long time. So from the North Country Trail for TV3 Hometown Happenings, I'm Carol McCarthy.